one day or day one. Keep that in your mind. Keep that in your mind if you've been slacking on some kind of something that you want to start doing. But shit hits the fucking fan sometimes. Like family, interpersonal, sports, school, shit like that. You know, obviously I'm always mad fucking jovial on these, because every time I'm in the fucking, every time I get the camera going, I'm going to lift, or I'm eating my meals. You know, I'm doing something which I know is getting me closer to a goal I have. So of course I'm fucking, you know, hyped up for it. But shit hits the fan sometimes. Come on, let's be real. That's just part of life. But in general, I mean, I don't want to linger on it too much. You know, I've over the course of time, I've kind of found that, like, cliche fucking statements, cliche little mottos, you know, shit like when people say fucking, like the kind of shit where it's like, oh, the grass is always greener on the other side type deal. Like those little cliches which you kind of just hear, you don't really put much emphasis onto them. You know, they're all fucking true. So for the most part, if you're going through shit, as long as you don't, you know, muddle and just kind of stay too down, right? As long as you know you're going to get your ass back up, you'll kind of feel better at the end of it. Plus, that's where you really develop, you know? Rain, shine, snow, storm, any other crazy weather event, the lift will not be stopped. You know, there'd have to be a pretty, I don't know, I'd probably have to get struck by lightning. And even then, I don't know. I feel like for sure if I got hit by lightning, I would just croak right there. But in my mind, I want to believe I'd be alright, and I'd still go get a crazy arm pump. Probably the majority of you guys are in school of some sort, either college or high school. You know, make sure to balance that shit out. Like, I'm not saying skip out in your studies, of course, but, you know, for me, it's always been a bit easier to kind of cut back on, let's just say, social extracurriculars, to get technical. You know, me and my brother, we've kind of got this friend group from high school. You know, we'll all kind of come over, hang out, whatever. And, like, they'll go out to this one bar in town. And I'm like, shit, man, I gotta stay home and eat. Or, you know, some shit like that. You know? And, I mean, for me, that's kind of normal. I just, in general, I'm a little bit, like, I don't have a problem being kind of reclusive like that. Like, not that I'm not social, but, you know, I got my own shit to do sometimes. But I could definitely foresee a pretty solid majority of you guys struggling with, you know, with wanting to cut back on that sort of thing. You know, FOMO is a pretty powerful phenomenon. But then again, you got to think to yourself, what are you gonna enjoy more later on? You know, that one night of doing just random BS, or, you know, knowing that you were on track. Oh crap, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy next year. Next year's my year. Right? The people who say next year is my year. I mean, are you serious? By the time it becomes next year, you're still gonna be saying next year is gonna be my year. You know? Like, you can watch a little TikTok edit and you can have all the fucking hype and motivation in the world to, you know, go crazy in the gym. And like, all right, this time I'm gonna track my macros. I'm gonna get a gym membership. You know, I'm gonna, as far as I'm concerned, that's all talk. You know, actually get in there and get yourself some results. That's what you should really be focusing on, you know. At the end of the day, sure, I mean, if I went out and did like something fun or whatever, or like ran around and, I don't know, whatever, insert fun activity here, and I did that instead of going to hit my lift, then in my mind, I know I probably wouldn't feel that good, you know? So it's a little bit of a situation where you kind of have to look at it from the outside perspective of you in the future. Are you going to feel better in 3 months if maybe you started doing your cardio consistently and you started tracking your macros? You maybe watched some more workout videos and like actually kind of learned a little bit of a routine, improved your training, really kind of improved your intensity too? Are you going to feel better after 3 months of doing that? Or 3 months of just kind of, you know, doing your own little routine that you kind of built up already, just maintaining the same intensity, taking off days which you know you didn't need, And when I say it like that, obviously it sounds like the more motivated version is better. You're going to feel much better after that. But, that's a balance that you're going to have to find yourself. Because you still got to balance this shit out with your normal life.